It is official, the console wars are over with. Xbox is thrilled to share the new Halo game coming out next year, 2026, with not only the Switch 2, but PlayStation 5. Welcome to today's video. As of recording of this Monday, October 27th, 2025. A couple of things I want to start off with before we dive into the console wars ending. Today, there are two new pinball packs from AtGames, Elvira, and I believe they're both $15 packs. I did receive my code, and I'm gonna do some gameplay on Halloween. I have a Halloween video, kind of a little fun idea that I'm putting together, and I want to save those for that. So if you're wondering, hey, where's the gameplay on Elvira? What do I think? There's going to be a lot of other reviews. Check them out. All the gentlemen who have bought the pack, who have received the pinball pack, will be throwing out their videos. So if you're interested to see how it plays, check them out. We'll get to it in a few days. Also, Golden Tee Arcade Legends has officially come out today as well on the 27th. So still kind of debating if I'm going to pick that up. Probably not going to make a decision on that tonight, but we got a lot to talk about with console wars, the new Halo game, and you know what? It's been a year since PlayStation 5 Pro has been out. You know, when I talk about PlayStation, it just feels to me that the Pro was out day one, you know, since 2020, but it's been out for a year. Do you pick it up or do you wait for PlayStation 6? Something that we have talked about, but I came across an article today that kind of revisits that. Should I just get a Pro? Very long intro, probably the longest intro I've done in a very long time. Here are the new two $15 packs, Elvira Scared Stiff and Elvira and the Party Monsters. Both available today. There is a 18 or older age requirement. If you go to click on here, it will prompt up and ask you for your age. I just opened it myself. Otherwise, that would have propped up. But yeah, check out AtGames if you're interested, or check out the videos. A lot of gameplay will be hitting. I'm not sure if I haven't seen any yet today, but I know there's a bunch that will hit. But gonna get to these in just a few days. And Golden Tee Arcade Classics officially available for $29.99 for the Nintendo Switch and I believe the PlayStation 5. Not sure if PlayStation 5, $30. Still kind of thinking it over, but I'm sure we'll see some out when we're shopping tonight. Console wars officially end. All it took was Halo coming out in 2026 for pretty much the two sides here. PlayStation and Xbox. It's been the battle. Nintendo's kind of always been like a league in their own. Kind of thinking Notre Dame for a second. Just going in a sports. Notre Dame's not really in a conference. They're just kind of their own. And then you have every other college team, right? So it's just kind of Notre Dame would just play teams like USC, maybe Ohio State, Michigan State. Same thing with Nintendo, but you have Xbox and PlayStation. It's always been like the battle for me. Like, do I go Xbox? Do I go PlayStation? Now you don't have to. Xbox is finally turning into Sega, something that we have reflected on for the past couple of months, and it always reminded me of Sega, and that was always my draw to Xbox. It was just I got into Xbox for the games, and they're going to continue with the games. Now it's the hardware. And that's where PlayStation comes in. Xbox boss Phil Spencer, I love the name. It goes good together. Wants to lower the barrier to entry to the publisher's game on competing hardware. And yeah, I had to screenshot that image of Halo. Like, it's kind of like Halo was the barrier. Xbox boss Phil Spencer commits to publishers' multi-platform strategy. For PlayStation 5 and Switch 2, he says, we would love for them to play our games on those platforms. The company still plans to release a console for the next generation. Spencer also discussed efforts to bring Xbox Game Studios titles to Nintendo's Switch 2, citing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. Remember when I thought that was a real skateboard? Oh no, it is a real skateboard. I thought it was a video game controller and it was a skateboard. It's an actual skateboard. Okay, screwed that one up. As a starting point, we are making efforts to lower the barrier to entry for people to play our games through services such as Xbox Play Anywhere and Xbox Game Pass. Spencer said, which honestly rings a little hollow after the subscription service's frankly absurd price hike. This is Sega written all over it. It's like Sega playing on Nintendo, right? You can have Sonic games. Like I bought my Sonic Racing for the Switch. We would have never thought about this in the 90s. He continued, but at the same time, if there are people who want to play our games on PlayStation 5 or Nintendo Switch 2, we would love to have them play our games on those platforms. In that regard, we have received excellent support from both Sony Interactive Entertainment and Nintendo. It's a win-win for Xbox. If they make another console and they're still selling games, I mean, they're looking at that margin. It's a win-win. Some of the latest multi-platform moves Xbox is making include porting Indiana Jones and the Great Circle to Switch 2 in 2026. Additionally, the recent reveal of Halo Campaign Evolved confirmed Master Chief will be making his PlayStation 5 debut next year too. So I think this is what it really came down to. And I know the excitement is just huge on this. You can play it on PlayStation 5. Nintendo, look at what Xbox is doing. So just hear me out on this, because I'm sure Nintendo wants to take advice from me. If they would give up some rights to allow other companies to make home arcades that Nintendo owns the rights to, it's the same thing that Xbox is doing. Think about the money you would make. Xbox is going to make the console and still games that will sell on other platforms. Nintendo, you could still sell your systems, your games, but allow some of the other rights to some of the home arcades. That would be a huge win-win. Something that we have been longing for from Nintendo. And the fact that Xbox is saying, hey, we want to make as much money as we can. You would think Nintendo would be, let's do the same thing. And take Ninja Turtles for a second. Not only could you get them on any console platform, you could get them on Arcade 1-Up. Now you can get them basic fun. And, of course, add games with the new pinball machine. There's plenty of Turtles to go around to hit all of those major systems. You would think Nintendo would say, hey, we own Donkey Kong. Why don't we have a Donkey Kong arcade cabinet? I mean, other cabinets like Cruisin', more Nintendo properties, just kind of throwing it out there. Just my brain's kind of moving right now because Xbox is like Sega. Why wouldn't Nintendo want to just kind of say, hey, let's make as much money as we can? It's just an idea. Last week they had 50% off of wall decor marked home decor at Hobby Lobby. Right now it's 50% off of Christmas, which reminds me that Halloween is Friday the 31st. You know that everything November 1st will be probably 50% off, if maybe 70 if it's Halloween. So just throwing it out there that if you're thinking about picking up any leftovers and any deals on Halloween, get out this weekend. Also, you might want to let Inspector Gadget know there is a penny shortage. And when GameStop gets involved and says the console wars have ended, they've ended. GameStop triumphantly declared the console wars over. The statement explained that the ongoing and increasingly petty conflict started in the early 2000s with the release of Halo Combat Evolved as an exclusive title on Microsoft Corp's Xbox platform. However, GameStop noted that Halo Combat Evolved is coming to the Sony Group Corp's PlayStation in 2026 with cross-platform play. GameStop, acting under its authority as the neutral entity and the world's retail gaming and trade-in destination. That's why we're here just about every day. Hereby declares the official cessation of the console wars, GameStop said. The post has already generated plenty of buzz and has been viewed more than 9 million times since it's appeared late Saturday. So GameStop will have the final word, and when they say the console wars is over, doggone it, it is done with, and the two sides are finally, since the 2000s, now going back to, I had the PlayStation, and around that time, Xbox had launched, and I remember there weren't a lot of games for Xbox. I decided because my buddy had the PlayStation 2, I was going to get the Xbox. There was something about the PlayStation 2 controllers that just weren't working for me, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to get Xbox. And from Xbox, I went Xbox 360, built up a great library of games, and have been, PlayStation-less since. And now, after all this time, I'm going to go the PlayStation route. Also, this lightsaber reminds me of a certain coffee mug my buddy Danny just got me. So, yeah, you have the Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber mouse pad. Yeah, I got a lightsaber coffee cup, so when it gets hot, all the lightsabers light up. PlayStation 5 Pro, 1 year later, is it worth the premium price? I ask myself this a lot. And the thing about this article is it gets into the pricing. In the last year, it has not went down. It has gone up. PlayStation 5 Pro price has gone up, not down since launch. And a lot has happened in the last year. Tariffs, inflation. Started off at $699 at launch, and now it is $750, and then there's just constant add-ons as we cover a lot. The disk drive, the stand, bunch of stuff, right? Of course, I could get the bundle at Costco with the 2 controllers. We've talked about that. Sam's Club, having the controller and console for about, $4.99. I don't know if we're going to see a sale on the Pro, but for streaming purposes, is it worth getting the Pro? Especially if you're going to say, you know what, I'm not going to get the PlayStation 6, I'll get the Pro instead. Pretty much these are the 2 games that I'm looking forward to playing. And the whole thing about getting a PlayStation, I'm also afraid of, buying more PlayStation 5 games than Switch, which is kind of a reason why I'm going back and forth on the Golden Tee Arcade Classics, which they don't have at GameStop yet. That they might be still in the boxes. They just haven't had a chance to go through them. But there aren't any out on display yet. So I've been told that if you're going to get Golden Tee, you'd be better off getting it for the PlayStation 5 than on the Switch. So I have not decided, kind of throwing some things around. I'm not saying that I'm not going to get any games for the Switch once I get a PlayStation 5, but there's some games that I would rather just have for the PlayStation 5. December 1st, I'm going to tell you right now, will be Marvel's Cosmic Invasion will be on the Switch too. I'm going to get that for the Switch too. Other times that I'm going to get the same games for both systems, it depends. And I don't know that until that happens, but the Wolverine game, you bet I want to play that, and that's one of the big reasons I'm getting a PlayStation 5. And yeah, that doesn't come out till next year, but the prices aren't going to go down. They're going to keep going up. So if I'm going to get one, I might as well do it now. Let's just look at this. They have Danny DeVito. Here's the new Batman Returns. So they don't have Golden Tee, but they have Danny DeVito. They have another Chase Batman from the saw an all pink one. I've never seen this one. So complete rainbow themed Batman, and look at Danny DeVito as the Penguin. Oh, that artwork on the back, that is great. I remember this. The movie poster and the disappointment that we didn't have Robin. This was the movie where I was convinced that we will have a Robin. They should have did it. They should have threw Robin in Batman Returns. I think they could have made it work. Get his eyes. This has to be the most rarest one. And when I said that I haven't seen the pink one, we might have. We see so much stuff that there's a chance we might have saw the pink, because this is the same back as the platinum pink. But yeah, this was not here a week ago. Oh, probably look at his nose. Probably never come across this again. Almost like Superman boots. Oh, you can see the DC logo on the stand. I don't know what it is. It's just I'm always drawn to that. I don't know if it's the side of it, but then you got to add the disk drive, the stand. I mean, it's an expensive purchase. I mean, you look at this one. It doesn't have. I don't know. There's just something about that one. There's just something about Mary. I'm not saying that I'm going to get a PlayStation 5, but I'm weighing out my options because we have time. I'm not going to make any decision until Black Friday, or we get closer to Black Friday. And there's going to be more sales earlier than later. Talk about that in future videos. Saw some articles that a lot of sales start, a week early. Some might actually start 2 weeks earlier than the actual Black Friday. We've seen sales the last week. They kind of carry on, but I think that for the most part we'll know what some of these are going to be before Black Friday. So I'll know closer. Let's just say by mid-November I will have made my decision, but I'm going to be kind of weighing my options a little bit. Should I go bundle at Sam's, bundle at Costco, Pro? Probably not going to be a sale on the Pro, but just weighing everything because this is a big purchase, and this is like my one purchase that I will be making in 2025, unless some Basic Fun Supreme WrestleFest just magically appears, or the iconic arcade Street Fighter 2. You never know. But pretty much locking down on PlayStation 5. And you never know. It could be a game bundle. It could be the NBA 2K26. It could be the Ghost of Yeti. It could be anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Pro. I understand that the Pro is going to be a ton of money. It's just that going back to buying that Xbox Series S was off of an impulse that it was a great price. That's not what I wanted. And it's just, when you're buying a car, you want to get the car you want. You don't want to take any, you want the deal, but you don't want to say, you know what, I've changed my mind. I don't want to get an Acura now. I'll take a step back. I'm about saving money. I'll get something completely different. You're going to regret that purchase. So that's what I just don't want that happening. And speaking of NBA 2K26, it is on sale, $49.99, $20 off, $30 off of Madden 26, College Football 26, $30 off. So a good time to pick up some of these games, unless you wait, of course, until the season's over. Then they'll be 50% off. But right now, not a bad time. This is the cheapest that I've seen Madden fall. So wouldn't mind a 2K26 bundle on sale. I know that there's a bundle, but for me to get that, it would have to be an incentive, because right now, I'm just kind of targeting a PS5 Pro. We'll see. Nonetheless, I have not seen any Golden Tee Arcade Classics. We've only been to 2 stores, but between GameStop and this Target, unless there's something right here. There's none out. So I'm not sure if they had any here, or if it's going to be that hard to. I figured this would be a game that it's not like it's a Switch 2 title. $30 game it would be somewhere over here, and I'm not seeing it. Best Buy probably had it. I just didn't make it over there. So it helps my thinking about it, because I guess I wasn't really going to make a decision tonight. Who knows? If I would have saw it, maybe I would have picked it up, but I'll still think about it. I thought this was open for a second. Xbox is definitely the new Sega. Pretty cool. Wish Nintendo would kind of just break their rules, break the molding. Xbox did. It's been a heated war for years with PlayStation and Xbox, and you know what Xbox just said? We're in it for the money. That's going to do it for today. Thank everybody for watching. The console wars have officially ended, and you know what? It's true when GameStop says it. We'll see you guys next time. Let me know your opinion on Golden Tee Arcade Classics. Having the arcade one-up, having 2 arcade one-ups that have that. I kind of wanted to do a little comparison. I don't know if I would play it any more than the arcade one-up, but it just seemed like something I wanted to get. But a lot of people have said, don't do it for the Switch. Get it for PS5. It's also National Black Cat Day. The day Elvira came out, Loki. Carlo let me know. He said, we want to wish Loki a happy National Black Cat Day, and Loki says, happy National Black Cat Day to all the black cats. Did put in my code for there's Lokes, reminding everyone, yes, it's still Black Cat Day. We have Elvira and the Party Monsters, the $15 pinball pack. We are going to install this right now, throw it on our our 4K, internal storage, and Elvira Scared Stiff. Another $15 pack. We'll install this one too. Getting ready for Halloween soon, Lokes. We'll get to these very soon. So here's Scared Stiff, and we have the Party Monsters. Should be, all the Williams are there we go. Yeah, Party Monsters. So I've never played either one of them. We'll see you Halloween, Elvira.